What's up, YouTube? Old Man Ronin here. Welcome back to the channel. Well, it's 4th of July. 4th of July in the greatest country on the face of the planet, making some of the greatest motorcycles on the face of the planet. With that said, I thought I'd do a special top 5 video today on the top 5 things I love about my Road King. You know, when I was younger, I always wanted a touring bike, and one of the touring bikes I've always wanted was the police style, either the FXR Ps or the Road King police. Buddy of mine, he's a rock and roller out of Akron, Ohio, Elijah Black. He had a, I think he had a 90-something Road King, and he let me ride it a couple times, and I'll tell you what, I loved it. It was without a doubt one of my favorite riding motorcycles. And so, when the opportunity came for me to pick up this older 2001 Road King, I jumped at the chance. Had very low miles on it, bone stock, and that's exactly what I wanted. And besides that, it was at a great price. So the gentleman that had his wife had just passed away, and he was raising a couple kids and had no reason to have a motorcycle anymore. So I was able to get in there and get the motorcycle at a very good deal that he knew was going to go to a good home. Now, as far as other motorcycles, I've had lots of Dynas, I've had FXRs, I've had Sportsters, I've had Softails, and I love them. Other bikes too, Triumph, Yamaha. I started on a Rupp when I was just 5 or 6 years old, and then of course some Triumph and Norton. You've all heard it before when I talk about it in my videos, but this is one bike I've always wanted, and unless something drastically happens, this is the bike that I will literally keep until I pass from this earth. I love this motorcycle. And not only it being the first touring Road King I've ever had, it's also the most comfortable bike I've ever ridden, and it's one of the best performing bikes that I have. And that brings me my top 5 things I love about my, and we're going to say my, Road King. Number 1, and it's kind of obvious, it's the ride. I love the ride of this bike. It's literally lounge chair on wheels, on 2 wheels, and I really enjoy it. I think it's built for not only speed and power and ride, but it's the ultimate as far as motorcycle for me. I'm not a fairing guy. I rented a Road Glide down in Florida a couple years ago from Orlando Harley, and great bike, but really the only thing that I'd like better than what I had at home was the fact that it had cruise control. Now, I can't put cruise control on this bike. Number 1, I'm just not going to do it. Number 2, I don't think I can get it to match up to my I don't know, maybe I can, I don't know, but like I said, I don't have it now, and odds are I'll never put it on. But other than that, this Road King is everything I like. I've got a windshield. In fact, I've got the 22-inch police version because I'm over 6 foot tall, and I get zero buffeting whatsoever. It can right over my head. So I'm not worried too much about that. With that, but I very seldom with a full face helmet, particularly when I'm doing videos, ride with the windshield on. Now, if I go on a really long trip, like I'm planning on going to North Carolina here in September, October, to see my son who recently moved, is recently moving there. In fact, he's moving there tomorrow. I'm going to run down and see him, and I'm going to take the Road King because it's a Road King. Why would I not? It's a lot more comfortable than anything else I have. So I'm gonna ride down there and have a good time visiting him and helping him move into his new place. And it'll be a hoot seeing him. I haven't seen him since he moved to Colorado, and so it is what it is. We're both really busy, with me with my business and him with his. It just is what it is. So The top 5 things, you wonder? Well, we started with the ride. It's hyper comfortable. Number 2. Now we're talking about my Road King performance, and that comes from a couple additions that I've made to the motorcycle. Number 1, if you look, I probably can't do it, but I'll show you a picture later. It's the Screaming Eagle Stage 4 kit that I put in it, and I'll tell you, that increased the power of this bike so much. New jugs, new heads, new valves, new cams. I mean, I went all out on this thing, and it runs amazingly. But I needed something more. So besides the performance of the Stage 4 upgrade, and we come to number 3 top thing I love about my Road King, and it's the Thundermax Tuner. Holy Toledo. I love this tuner. I have a Fuel Pack 3 on the Sportster. I have it on the wife's bike, and it's a great tuner. However, this Thundermax is freaking awesome, particularly with the bigger engines. I love it. It gives me everything I need. Almost instant. Well, it is instant throttle response. I mean, you just barely touch the throttle and she goes. With the torque of the Stage 4 increase and the horsepower increase, the perfect addition to it was the Thundermax. And I'll have to be honest with you, I didn't install that. That's one thing I didn't install. I'm a points and plugs kind of guy and a carburetor kind of guy. So when you get in the fuel management system, I knew some of the basics, and I can do the fuel pack thing, but this was a little bit more involved. And so I had a buddy of mine up at Republic Cycles in Delaware, Ohio, who I highly recommend, particularly with electronics, install it for me, and it was awesome. He did a fantastic job. The bike runs fantastic. I take it to him every once in a while to make sure that I've got the mapping properly, and he's got it set exactly where I like it. And so fuel economy is amazing, power is amazing, top end's amazing, low torque is amazing, horsepower is amazing. It's amazing. Did I say that? It's amazing. So we're down to the number 3 thing I love about this bike, and that's going to be an easy one for me because it's a great install that I made, and it is the handlebars, the Wild One Chubby Knuckle Bars. It's got a little bit of a rise, a lot more pullback, and it's wide. It's 34 inches wide, and it's perfect for my shoulder length. I have a tendency to my hands to fall asleep if I'm not in the right position. So if I'm not having mini apes, and mini apes to me are hard on a long distance trip because it gives more of your body upright, almost like a sail. I found that out when I first put apes on my bike, and I love it. But if I'm doing a long trip, I want something a little bit lower that keeps me a little bit hunched down better. And either beach bars or these knuckle bars are the perfect addition for me. And I really enjoy them. So we're coming to the top 5 reasons, or the 5th reason, and that top 5 is the look. You heard in other things, like when I did the top 5 things I love about my Softail Deluxe, one of the most important things is the look that it has. And this bike with the knuckle bars on it, the Screaming Eagle jugs and heads, it really has that old school get down and boogie type of look, and I absolutely love that. With the windshield off, windshields are great for comfortability on a long trip, like I mentioned earlier. But as far as for me, looking at the bike, especially when I'm wearing a full face helmet, I don't need it. So when I'm riding around town, or I'm riding on some of these back roads like I am right now, doing a video, I want it to look good. And to me, this is beautiful. Now I'll put a picture of it up here in the corner to tell you what I think is fantastic about the looks, and it's that old school styling. And I don't know, it's one of my favorite looking bikes. Like I told you before, I always wanted a Road King because I love the way they look, I love the way their styling is, I love the way they ride as far as for comfortability, and it's a near perfect motorcycle for me. Well, Well, I really hope you enjoyed this video today, folks. Again, happy 4th of July. Look forward to seeing you back here in future videos. We're going to do an upgrade in our garage here pretty soon, like I think you've heard me talk about before. We recently built our new shop, and again, I'm literally starting over again. We moved down here in 2013 to Central Ohio from Northeast Ohio, and we had to let a lot of our stuff go because we had to move into an apartment, and so most of my equipment is gone. So when we got the opportunity to get out of the apartment and get into a piece of property that I'm more used to with some acreage, first thing we did was we built a barn, and that barn has a 20 by 25 foot shop in it, and that shop is where I'm going to do all my work on my motorcycles. Before, I was doing it in a small little garage, and that wasn't fun at all. You know, you had to move a car in, car out. I mean, that's all you had. You got to work with what you got to work with. But again, I was able to, luckily, in this greatest country on the 4th of July, I was able to build a 25 by 60 garage, and inside of that 25 by 60, able to build a 25 by 20 shop that I can work on my motorcycles on. So yeah, you gotta love America, baby. You gotta love America. And so with that said, I'm replacing all my tools. I have the basics right now. I've kept them in my pickup truck, but now I've got a place to put them, and I have to buy new things. I got to get another. Lift. I've got a jack, but I need a lift table. I'm probably going to go El Cheapo because I really can't afford a lot of brand new stuff. So I'm going to probably get one of those Harbor Freights if I can find one used, and do that. Then I've got to get an air compressor, and for my pneumatic tools, I have to get a lot more sockets and stuff I had to let go. I had to let go of my big toolbox, so we're going to get that. Got to build a weld table. Can't afford to buy one. God, you see the price on a weld table anymore? Jiminy Christmas, here in the thousands of dollars, and heck, I can buy a motorcycle for that. So I'm going to try to build a weld table. With that said, I'm going to get a new MIG and TIG welder, and then we're going to start working on more motorcycles as the weeks and months and years go on. So, well, I really hope you enjoyed this video like I mentioned earlier. If you did, make sure you give us a big thumbs up, subscribe, share, comment. I read all the comments and I comment on all the comments. We have over 40 some subscribers now, and we're looking to put a lot more in there on our way to 1,000. So please tell your buddies, tell your friends, if you enjoy these videos, to subscribe to our channel, and we're going to keep them coming. So until next time, make sure you ride safe, everybody. Happy 4th of July, and above all, keep her on 2 wheels, baby.